Humans. Humans? Humans. I'm your herald of the gods. Look at it. Look at it. Now look at me. And welcome back to the Culture Guys channel with your boy Mike. So, Invincible Season 3 trailer has officially dropped. Yo, of all the superhero shows on streaming, on TV, Invincible has to be one of my top two. Number one is The Boys. Hands down, The Boys is the best superhero series on all streaming platforms, and it's not even close. Invincible is my second, and I didn't think it was going to be even one of my favorites for real, because I didn't know anything about the Invincible comics or nothing. And actually, shout out to my boy Ray, my homeboy. He put me on the Invincible after season 1 began. I'll hit him up like, yo, bro, have you seen Invincible? He was like, oh yeah, man, I know about the comics and everything. So he's been kind of schooling me, but the trailer just dropped. It's picking up, if you're of the uninitiated, then I'm not going to go into too much for real, because there is a lot to it's not a lot, but there is a lot that's happened in the season when it comes to the Invincible universe. All right. For the people that don't know what Invincible is about, it's a cartoon series about a young man who basically, I'll put it like this. It's another kind of knockoff of Superman and Justice League and DC Comics and all that shit. It's like a generic version of it, but it's way more violent, way more brutal. And you can kind of see the similarities in the characters. That's for the uninitiated, okay? For the people that do know about comics and know about Invincible, there's a lot that happened in season 1 and season 2. I'm not going to jump into that right now. I'm just going to wait till February 6th when the first season drop, or the third season drops, and then we'll go into detail. But the trailer, from what I saw, first of all, there's going to be no mid-season break. Finally, bruh. Like all my favorite shows have mid-season breaks, man. I think House of the Dragon had a mid-season break. I think The Boys has a mid-season break. Those are my two favorite shows, and they have a mid-fucking season. I hate it with a passion, but I understand they have their reasons. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, there's gonna be no mid-season break. So from episode 1 through the very end, we're going to get the whole thing right out the gate. Love it. It looks like Mark's little brother, who is I forgot the name of the race, but it's like a bug race. He has powers apparently, and he's going to be a superhero too now. Kid Omni, I think is what he called himself in the show. There is, in the comics, there's a Viltrumite war that happens, the Invincible War. I'm not going to go too much into that because I don't want to give too many spoilers and anything like that. In the beginning of the trailer, though, it shows Mark training. And I know at the last season, he went to Cecil and told him like he wants to begin training and shit. And if you don't know Cecil, again, for the uninitiated, if you're watching this, again, I have friends out there that aren't in the comics, guys. So when I say the uninitiated, it's the people that haven't been indoctrinated into the world of superheroes and comic books and geeks and gaming and all that good shit. So I try to keep things simple for them if they're watching. But I digress. But Cecil was like the Amanda Waller, Nick Fury of the Invincible world. All right, just so for those that don't know. But they show Omni-Man in prison, and I was wondering if he's gonna break out on his own, because Omni-Man he's just an asshole, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with everything, he still hasn't learned his lesson. He hasn't, like, he's struggling with the part that he's not human, but the part that's like has humanity, like he has got a good heart, or he's a good father, but at the same time, he's a Viltrumite and they have a very hot temper. And, they show him in prison, and, oh boy with the one eye, I can't think his name right now, but he's, talking to him and shit like that, giving him a pep talk. So we'll see what happens with that. Mark has a new costume now. Again, I haven't read any of the Invincible comics ever, so I'm not well versed in how the storyline goes. I heard that The comics are incredible. The storyline is crazy. The fact that there's even a cartoon is even crazy from the people that read the comics. And the new costume they show in the trailer, the blue costume, apparently is the beginning of a fire ass story arc that's coming. Like shit's about to get real. So I'm excited about that, man. But yeah, February 6th is when the third season of Invincible drops on Amazon Prime. I'll be back, of course, with every episode to give you guys a recap. Again, it's my second favorite superhero show right now, and every time it drops on Prime, sometimes I only get Prime just to watch The Boys and Invincible, and then I let that shit expire and move on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, honorable mention. If you are looking to get into Invincible, y'all, the seasons aren't very long. If you love animation, if you love adult like gore and shit like that, animation, again, I've been saying this like the last 2 or 3 videos, but it seems like we live in that generation, that era now. So hey, it is what it is, and I love it. This is definitely for you. It's for kids too, but it's a lot of cussing, a lot of gore, definitely some sex in there and shit like that. But go watch the first 2 seasons. It doesn't take long to get caught up, but absolutely watch the Invincible Adam Eve special. There's a character named Adam Eve. She's like Green Lantern, but it's a girl, and she uses pink powers and shit. But everything you've ever wished Green Lantern would do when he fights, this bitch does. Like, she gets busy. She has her own special. So watch episode. I want to say it's after the first season. So watch season 1, then watch Invincible Adam Eve, then watch season 2, and you should be all caught up for Invincible season 3. I'll see y'all in the next video. That was a double salute. I've never done that before. You better pull up on me. Don't do it for me. Do it for the gods.